Are you looking to buy a home here in Tucson, Arizona that has a pool? Before you do, there's some things to consider. I'm going to go over the pros and cons of owning a home with a pool here in Tucson, Arizona. Hello, my name's Tyler Ford, Tucson, Arizona with eXp Realty, and welcome to this episode of Living in Tucson, your Tucson real estate connection. And in this episode, I'm going to go over homes that have a pool. And growing up in Tucson, we had a pool. And as I became an adult and my wife and I have bought multiple homes, our home has always had a pool. But there's days that I wish I didn't have a pool. And I'm going to go over the pros and cons of home ownership and a pool. But a lot of people reach out to me, and one of the requirements is a home with a pool. But there's also a lot of people that specifically don't want a pool, and there's a reason for that. But anyway, I'm going to go over some of the pros and cons and just some things to consider when looking for homes for sale that may or may not have a pool here in Tucson, Arizona. First thing I want to go over are some of the many benefits of owning a home here in Tucson with a pool. And the first benefit is it's a great place to beat the heat in the summertime. Tucson gets super hot. And having a pool is a great place to cool off and just beat the heat. Another benefit of a pool is it's a great place to relax and unwind, especially on the weekends or even after a hard day's work. Getting into the pool and just chilling out and relaxing, it's a great place to relax and unwind. Another benefit of a pool is it's a great place to host parties, especially if you've got kids. The kids love to come over and play in the pool, and it's better to have kids in your backyard where you can supervise and monitor rather than worrying about your kids someplace else at another location in another pool. Another benefit is getting a little bit of exercise, doing some water aerobics, and just getting your move on in the pool. It's a great place for some exercise. Another big benefit is, especially in the summer months, it's a great place to take advantage of some of the awesome mountain and desert city views that Tucson has to offer. And in the summertime, when it gets really hot, unless you've got a big covered patio or a pool, you don't really get to enjoy the backyard and the views that Tucson has to offer. And the last benefit that I'm going to go over is owning a home with a pool increases the value of your home. So typically, when you're buying a home with a pool, you're going to pay more. And also when you go to sell, it does increase the value of your home. But from a resale standpoint, there's a lot of people that don't want a pool. So I would say, it's a 50-50 split in terms of people that are specifically looking for a pool and people that actually specifically don't want a pool, although it will increase your home's value. Now I'm going to go over just some things to consider when owning a home with a pool. And these are more cons. A lot of people that are looking for a pool, they don't really know what they're getting into. They've never had a home with a pool. And I can tell you that, we've owned homes with pools. The house that we have right now has a pool, and there's days that I wish I didn't have a pool. But at the end of the day, we love our pool, and we get a lot of an enjoyment out of it. But again, there's days that I wish I didn't have a pool. And some of the reasons to think about in terms of the cons of owning a home with a pool are the maintenance and costs behind it. So in the summer months, when it gets hot out, your water consumption is going to go up. And water in Tucson's not getting any cheaper. So again, during the summer months, June, July, August, September, your water bill is definitely going to be going up because your pool's going to evaporate about a 1/4 inch per day during the summer months. So just anticipate. You can do a little bit of research, go to the city of Tucson and just Google city of Tucson water costs, and you can do some calculations to get an idea as to how much more it's going to be from a water consumption based on the size of your pool. The other thing is cleaning and chemicals. So you can do one of two things. You can hire somebody to do everything for you, or you can do it yourself. And we've always done it ourselves. As long as you stay on top of things, it's really not that hard. So it can be somewhat, it's going to take some of your time, and then you've just got to be able to be on top of having the chemicals and things that you need in order to keep the water in good shape. But there's the daily brushing and cleaning out the filters, and just staying on top of it. But the big challenge, especially for us, is when we go out of town, especially in the summer months, and we get monsoon rains. It can really create havoc on your pool in terms of the leaves and just algae and bacteria. And in the summer months as well, when temperatures rise and the water temperature goes up, you're going to have to really stay on top of your pool, because the algae and bacteria really starts to grow and can get out of control if you're not on top of it. So in the summer months, you're going to want to brush and clean it daily, and also check the filters and either backwash. A lot of pools these days have self-contained systems, so there's no backwashing, but they've got filters that you've got to take out and clean every probably 3 to 4 months. But the better job you do taking care of the filters, the cleaner your pool is going to be. And then just the big deferred maintenance items that if they go down and break, you need to stay on top of it, whether it's the pool motor, your creepy crawly, or those are the two major things. The big thing that if it should ever happen, and we've had this happen before, where there's a crack someplace and you're really losing water, which can happen from time to time. So if you're buying a home, it's also important to maybe do a water check just to make sure it's evaporating properly, because I've dealt with clients before that have bought a home, and after the fact they realize there is a leak in the pool that they didn't catch when they bought it, which can create a huge expense in terms of having to tear all the plaster out and then get to the bottom of where that crack is, get it fixed. So just something to consider. But at the end of the day, having a pool is great. It's just a lot of people really don't know what they're getting into. So you really want to think about it and just make sure that you've got the budget to be able to afford a pool and stay on top of the cleaning and the deferred maintenance at the end of the day, so it doesn't cost you more money and will maintain or increase the value of your home. Because if you go to sell a home and you didn't stay on top of the pool and the pool's a mess, it actually brings down the value of your home. So just make sure that you can afford it and budget for the added expense when it comes to home ownership and owning a home with a pool. Another thing to consider, and it's kind of the best of the both worlds that a lot of people do, is they do want a pool, but they don't want to deal with the care and the maintenance of a pool. And that is, look for a home in an HOA that's got a nice community pool that you can use. And a lot of times, within an association, you've got the pools, and then you've got the amenity of, a barbecue area and a place that you can entertain. And the nice thing about this is you don't have the liability of the pool, the expense. The expense is built into the monthly HOA, but it's relative to what you'd actually be spending if you owned a home with a pool, which is going to save you quite a bit of money, time, maintenance, and just worry-free lifestyle of not having to deal with a pool on a day-to-day basis. So again, we can help you with that as well and set you up on a search that has homes for sale that has a pool that are included in the association rather than one in the backyard that you've got to take care of. If you're searching for a home here for sale in Tucson and you're looking for one that has a pool, we can certainly help. If you scroll down into the show notes there's a link over to homes for sale that have a pool. But if you've got any specific things that you're looking for, feel free to reach out to us, and myself or somebody on the team would love to help, and we can point you in the right direction. And if you have any questions, again, contact us anytime, especially when it comes to looking for a home here with a pool here in Tucson, Arizona. Keep in mind, we've got a 16-foot box moving truck, so if you use us to buy or sell a home, you're more than welcome to use our truck. And even after the fact, down the road, if you ever need to move appliances or furniture, pick something up at Home Depot or Lowe's, you're more than welcome to use our truck. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Really appreciate appreciate it. If you've got any questions or comments about home ownership and a pool, go ahead and comment below. And if you need any help looking for a home that has a pool, we would love to help. Just reach out to us anytime. But if you like this video, do me a huge favor and give me an internet high five by liking it. And for more awesome videos about living in Tucson, your Tucson real estate connection, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel. In the meantime, make it a great day.